Eggs are a highly nutritious food, packed with essential nutrients like protein, vitamin D, vitamin B12, selenium, and healthy fats, all of which are vital for maintaining the health of older adults. These nutrients are crucial for the body's muscle function, brain health, and especially bone health. However, like any food, eggs can have negative effects on the body if consumed incorrectly or combined with certain other foods. For the elderly, whose bodies are more sensitive and susceptible to various health conditions, it's essential to understand how food combinations can impact overall well-being. When eggs are paired with certain foods, they can lead to increased inflammation, joint pain, swollen joints, and other issues that affect the musculoskeletal system. This is especially problematic for older adults who are already at risk for conditions like arthritis, gout, and osteoporosis. These conditions are common among older populations, and improper food pairings can worsen symptoms, leading to greater discomfort and even mobility problems. This article aims to shed light on which foods should be avoided when consuming eggs, particularly to prevent or alleviate joint inflammation, leg pain, and other related issues. Additionally, we will explore the best food combinations with eggs, which can support bone health, reduce inflammation, and provide vital nutrients to maintain an active and healthy lifestyle. These insights are critical for older adults seeking to maintain an independent and pain-free life as they age. 1. Eggs and foods containing refined sugar and refined starch. One of the first food categories that should be avoided when eating eggs is foods containing refined sugar and refined starch. These foods include sweets, candies, sodas, cookies, white bread, and other highly processed snacks. While these foods might seem tempting, they can wreak havoc on the body's inflammatory response, particularly when consumed in excess. When refined sugar and starch are ingested, the body experiences an increased blood sugar level, which triggers the production of insulin. This sudden rise in insulin can lead to chronic inflammation, which in turn can worsen joint pain and increase the risk of conditions like osteoarthritis or gout. For older adults who already have weakened joints, consuming too much refined sugar and starch can make inflammation more severe. Specifically, it can exacerbate pain in the legs and other affected joints, leading to discomfort and stiffness. The swelling in the joints may also make mobility challenging, further reducing quality of life. Furthermore, high sugar and refined starch consumption can lead to weight gain, which places more pressure on the joints, especially the knees, hips, and ankles. This added pressure can make joint pain even worse, increasing the strain on the body and making it harder to move. Advice: to mitigate the negative effects of refined sugar and starch, older adults should focus on eating whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and oats, as well as fresh fruits such as apples, berries, and oranges. These foods are rich in fiber, which helps stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing spikes that could trigger inflammation. Choosing complex carbohydrates instead of refined ones will also help protect the joints and maintain stable energy levels throughout the day. 2. Eggs and foods high in saturated fats, fatty meats, butter, cream. Another food group that should be avoided when eating eggs is foods that are rich in saturated fats, such as fatty meats, butter, cream, and full-fat dairy products. While fats are essential for the body, it is crucial to distinguish between healthy fats and unhealthy fats. Saturated fats can significantly increase bad cholesterol, LDL, levels in the body, leading to clogged arteries and an increased risk of heart disease. These unhealthy fats can also promote inflammation, which is particularly problematic for older adults with pre-existing joint pain or arthritis. When saturated fats are consumed alongside eggs, they can trigger inflammation in the body, worsening symptoms in the joints, especially in the legs. This combination increases the likelihood of swelling, stiffness, and pain in the lower extremities. Over time, the effects of chronic inflammation can damage the cartilage in the joints, leading to more severe conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. Advice: instead of consuming foods high in saturated fats, older adults should focus on incorporating healthy fats into their diets. Olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds are excellent sources of unsaturated fats that can support heart health, reduce inflammation, and protect bone health. By switching to these healthier fats, older adults can help lower their cholesterol levels, reduce the risk of heart disease, and improve joint function, especially in the legs. 3. Eggs and foods high in salt, processed foods, Bacon, fast food. Excessive consumption of salt is another factor that should be carefully monitored, especially when consuming eggs. Foods high in salt, such as processed meats, e.g., bacon, sausages, fast food, snack foods, and canned goods, can cause the body to retain excess sodium, which can lead to high blood pressure, water retention, and joint swelling. When older adults eat eggs with these high-salt foods, they risk increasing inflammation throughout the body, including in the legs. High sodium levels can also interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium, which is essential for maintaining strong and healthy bones. For older adults, particularly those at risk for osteoporosis or osteopenia, consuming too much salt can accelerate bone loss and contribute to joint pain. The swelling caused by excessive sodium intake can make the pain from conditions like gout or arthritis even more intense. Advice: older adults should reduce their intake of salty foods and instead opt for fresh, whole foods. Vegetables, lean meats, and fresh fish contain much lower amounts of sodium and are naturally rich in nutrients that support overall health. Additionally, herbs and spices like garlic, turmeric, and ginger can be used to add flavor without the need for added salt, helping to reduce the risk of inflammation and joint pain. 4. Eggs and foods containing oxalic acid, kale, spinach. Oxalic acid is a compound found in certain vegetables like kale, spinach, and chard, which, while nutritious, can have a negative effect on calcium absorption. Oxalic acid binds with calcium in the body, forming calcium oxalate crystals that are not easily absorbed. This can lead to calcium deficiency, which is particularly concerning for older adults who are at risk for osteoporosis or joint degeneration. When eggs are consumed alongside foods high in oxalic acid, the body's ability to absorb the calcium found in eggs and other foods is hindered. This can result in weaker bones, increased risk of fractures, and more severe joint pain, especially in the legs, which bear the weight of the body during walking and other activities. Advice: to avoid calcium absorption issues, older adults should avoid combining eggs with foods that are high in oxalic acid, such as kale, spinach, and beet greens. Instead, they can choose vegetables that are calcium-rich, like broccoli, bok choy, collard greens, and almonds, to support healthy bones and reduce the risk of inflammation and pain in the joints. 5. Eggs and foods with high acidic content, tomatoes, oranges, lemons. Certain fruits and vegetables, such as tomatoes, oranges, lemons, and other citrus fruits, are naturally high in acid. While these foods are full of vitamins, they can increase the acidity levels in the body, which can aggravate conditions like gout and arthritis. For older adults with existing joint issues, consuming high-acid foods alongside eggs can exacerbate joint pain and make inflammation worse, especially in the legs. The increased acid levels can trigger flare-ups of gout or other types of inflammatory arthritis, leading to intense pain and swelling in the affected joints. Over time, the acidity can contribute to cartilage degradation and worsen the symptoms of joint stiffness and pain. Advice: older adults should avoid combining eggs with highly acidic foods like tomatoes, oranges, and lemons. Instead, they can opt for low-acid foods such as cucumbers, asparagus, and zucchini, which help balance the body's pH levels and reduce the likelihood of painful inflammation and joint flare-ups. 6. Eggs and processed foods, fast food, frozen foods. Processed foods, including fast food, frozen meals, and prepackaged snacks, are often loaded with preservatives, artificial additives, and high levels of unhealthy fats and sugars. These ingredients can cause chronic inflammation in the body, which directly affects joint health, leading to increased leg pain, swelling, and stiffness. When eggs are eaten alongside these processed foods, the inflammatory response in the body can become even more pronounced, exacerbating issues in the legs and other joints. Additionally, processed foods tend to be low in the nutrients that older adults need to maintain healthy bones and muscles. A diet that relies heavily on processed foods can contribute to nutrient deficiencies, which can impair bone density and joint health over time. Advice: to protect joint health and overall wellness, older adults should minimize their consumption of processed foods. Instead, they should focus on whole, fresh foods such as vegetables, lean meats, and healthy fats. These foods provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support bone health and reduce the risk of inflammation and joint pain. Final. For older adults, a well-balanced diet is crucial for maintaining good health and preventing the worsening of conditions like arthritis, osteoporosis, and gout. Understanding how different food combinations affect the body is key to making smart dietary choices. By avoiding harmful combinations such as eggs with refined sugar, saturated fats, high-salt foods, oxalic acid-rich vegetables, and acidic foods, older adults can reduce the risk of inflammation, joint pain, and bone loss. On the other hand, pairing eggs with whole grains, healthy fats, calcium-rich vegetables, and low-acid foods can help improve bone strength, reduce inflammation, and enhance overall well-being. By making these mindful food choices, older adults can enjoy better mobility, less pain, and a more active and fulfilling life. It's essential to take the time to educate ourselves and others about the best dietary practices for maintaining long-term health, especially in the golden years. Share this information to help others make informed decisions and lead healthier, more comfortable lives. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share it to spread it to those around you, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive the latest videos. Also, feel free to leave your comments and share your experiences so we can exchange ideas and discuss them together. Likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions give me the motivation to create the most engaging videos for you. See you in the next video.